All right, chat, buckle up because I'm about to single-handedly destroy the entire deep state military-industrial complex. So, what you're looking at right here is absolutely real military-grade thermohydrodynamic plasma fusion imaging. See that heat signature in the nose of the drone? That's real. Now, some debunkers have tried to show an overlay that shows how this exact heat signature is the one that shows up in the Incude's MQ-9 Reaper drone model that comes included in the Video Copilot Jet Strike pack. Ignore that, and ignore them. They're all just mentally ill Redditors, and I would know. I spend a lot of time on Reddit, even though I talk constantly about how no one should ever go on Reddit. Is that just because I don't want people to see information that I can't control the narrative on? I mean, you sound like one of those mentally ill Redditors just by asking that question. See those glowing blobs? Those aren't just orbs, okay? That's quad vector anisotropic thermal fission resonance. Very standard stuff. I mean, if you knew anything about high energy atmospheric plasma, you'd recognize this immediately. And look right there. The plane does a little shimmy because it's entering what we experts call hyperlaminar subvortex flow. Perfectly normal. Honestly, textbook. The fuck? Did that orb just cross in front of the reticle? No. See, obviously that's because the MQ-9 operator was using a reverse parallax interference scope, which naturally allows objects to bypass the camera overlay. Yeah, perfectly normal. That shit definitely happens. Anyway, not a big deal. We'll just boost the contrast, max out the blue channel, crush the blacks into oblivion, and only show that version from now on. See? Problem solved. I mean, no problem. Because the video's real, obviously. Moving on. Okay. Here we have MH370 coming into frame and executing a turn. Now, debunkers love to claim this maneuver violates the laws of physics, that a Boeing 777 making a turn this tight, at this speed, would instantly shear itself apart like a bargain bin lawn chair. But here's the thing, since we already know the videos are real, and simply work backwards from that conclusion, we discover with absolute confidence that this particular 777 was fully capable of violating the laws of physics. Easy! For example, right there, you can clearly see the vertical stabilizer just vanish as the plane begins its physically impossible turn. Debunkers will say aircraft structures don't do that. But what they forget is that this was a very special Boeing 777, one uniquely able to temporarily unrender its own tail fin before majestically rematerializing it a moment later. Some might call that evidence of compositing, but I call it advanced aerodynamics. Now, another favorite debunker talking point is the livery. They'll point out quite rudely, I might add, that the plane in the video matches the stock Boeing livery from the Video Copilot Jet Strike pack with suspicious, almost pixel-perfect accuracy. Meanwhile, Malaysia Airlines' livery has a gray belly and red and blue striping, none of which appear here in any way whatsoever. Hold on, just hold the fuck on. Did you just see that? I honestly didn't even plan that, I swear. Even the editing software I'm using here uses the stock Boeing livery for the plane in their transition animation. That is just wild. All right, now where was I? But again, when you start from the truth are truth, that these videos are unquestionably real, all these so-called inconsistencies magically become features. A disappearing tail fin? Real. A Boeing livery instead of a Malaysia Airlines livery? Also real. Physics violations? Bitch, I am physics. Now this. This masterpiece right here is so clearly Gorgon Stare that I almost don't even know what to say. Gorgon Stare was developed by the basically evil Sierra Nevada Corporation, and they're totally afraid of me now because I called them like 358 times over a 48-hour period a few months back. Some have said it was manic, batshit type behavior, but in my reality, it was just me trying to get attention. Anywho, now, does it look anything like how real Gorgon Stare actually works? No. Hell the fuck no. But that's because the deep state doesn't want you to know the truth. That's how deep the truth goes. Now, you'll notice the clouds here. They're definitely moving, of course, because clouds always move. The debunkers have tried to trick you by saying they don't move when clearly they do move. Just look closely. You can see the fuck. I'm sure one of these clouds has to move somewhere. What the fuck is wrong with these stupid goddamn clouds? All right, find the waves. The ocean! The ocean is moving. The ocean has to move. I mean, the ocean always in constant motion. Let's zoom in on the cresting whitecaps. Watch them dance across the waves in dynamic fluid. The fuck? Why are they just staying in the same spot? They're not supposed to just hang out like that. I mean, they're fucking waves after all. Why aren't they fucking moving? Okay, well, maybe this particular part of the Indian Ocean was just having a really calm day. Like, really calm. Like, frozen in time calm. That shit definitely happens. Perfectly normal. This is definitely not a static background image, and it definitely isn't an image that was taken over Japan by Jonas de Roo. So, whatever you do, definitely don't go to textures.com and search for the image Arial 0028. All right, so there you have it. Proof in the same way that a random guy on Reddit is a VFX studio lead at Marvel just because he claims to be one in a thread. I think I've officially demonstrated that if you start with the conclusion that the videos are real and you refuse to ever nudge off of that for even a moment, no matter how compelling the evidence is, you can reverse engineer reality where 777s can violate the laws of aerodynamic physics, vanish their own vertical stabilizers, and cosplay as stock Boeing assets from a visual effects bundle in the video Copilot Jet Strike pack. Case closed. Science accomplished.